back. Today is a day that a lot of you guys have been waiting for. I won't say everybody, but we are going to be working on the second gen here. It has been sitting over here in the corner being neglected. That is because we have been waiting on the new compound turbo setup from the guys over at EVILFAB. We sent them off our FLEECE Cheetah, paired it with another FLEECE 475, and they have built our turbo kit. We now finally have it back. That was really the final key last piece to the puzzle, so we can put this thing back together, and we finally have it. So that is what we're gonna do. We're gonna jump on this thing and hopefully make some good headway on getting this thing back up and running. This has been kind of an odd project. It kind of happened right before we moved down here to Kentucky. We actually bought this truck. I hate to say this has been that long. It's actually been about a year and a half. We bought this truck, and for you guys that have been around for quite a while, you guys know that this truck was originally white. We almost took it apart right away, and I think the most I've ever really even driven this truck was when I went to pick it up from the owner that we bought it from. Since then, it hasn't really been on the street, been driving, which honestly, now that I'm like really kind of like processing that, it sucks. So I want to get this thing done and use it and drive it. And I'm excited because the compound turbos on this thing should just really like all of the work that we've done beforehand. So quick little recap. We did take the cylinder head off this truck. We kind of did all of the kind of the same scenario process that we did with the 08. We took the head off. We got a fresh decked head, new head gasket, IFG headset, tons of parts from the guys over at Power Driven Diesel. We've got a set of their injectors in it. We swapped the high output VP for a standard output, which kind of sounds backwards, but it makes a little bit more power. So still a VP truck. It is a 6-speed truck. Still the original clutch, which we're gonna be putting something right there that's gonna take care of that, because I am not putting a clutch in on the ground anymore. So really, we actually don't even have the lift yet or anything. I just keep saying that because we keep getting more room. Anyway, let's unbox some parts. Let's unbox all these boxes. We got 2 boxes right here, and then also both of our FLEECE turbos. So for those of you guys who don't remember, we are gonna be using a HE351 Cheetah turbo, which is kind of from 04.5 to 06. So it's a 63 millimeter FLEECE Cheetah. And one of their 475s. So EVILFAB, the dudes over there, were awesome enough to kind of throw together the, not throw together, you'll see, nothing's thrown together over there, but they put together the compound piping kit, and we really just got to install it and really button up some things. Also, I keep forgetting little minor details, but I want to keep reminding you guys of like the progress of everything that's been going on. So we still have not done a hot retorque on this. So this is kind of like a very, again, I'm going to say it again, like it's actually a very similar, in the similar state that the 08 is at. It's trailing behind just a little bit, but you know how we did a hot retorque with no coolant in it on the 08? We need to do the same thing on this truck. We really actually, like all of the engine work was done right before we loaded it on a trailer. It was like pretty much, it's got to get running to get put on the trailer to come down here, and then has been right here ever since. So anyway, we're going to change that today. Check it out, there is the full kit. Lots and lots of sexy, sexy pipes. Everything just looks so fantastic. Look at those weld quality. Nothing but quality. I know you guys want to see it on the truck, and that's what we're going to jump into, but man, the quality of the parts and pieces, all of this piping is stainless. All of the welds look amazing. What we ended up doing was getting this kit kind of in a raw stainless finish. I wanted to try something different, and instead of powder coating everything one wild color, I figured we would kind of go, for now anyway, we might change up, who knows, you guys know we like to change our mind, but I figured we would go with black and raw stainless. I think it gives a really cool look. You guys can see the craftsmanship, the quality of all of the welds, the pieces. So really excited to put all of this stuff on the truck. We got our Fleece turbos. So the other thing real quick that I want to mention is, and you guys will see when we install it, this is actually a HE351 475, and they made it into a side-by-side kit. Normally this would be like an over-under setup. We wanted to go with obviously something a little bit different. We got rid of the one battery over here. So we got a side-by-side kit, which is a little bit different. So this is kind of like a little bit of a one-off kit. I'm sure they would do it again, but it is going to fit a little bit different. We do have to do some prep work over here. We've got our Steed Speed manifold hanging out in the back over here. We'll grab that. So we are still going to be running our T3 Steed Speed. We have to remove our factory drain, the downpipe that was here, and I believe there was one other thing. Oh, and we have to knock out, you guys know the second gens down here. There is a second drain port in the block, so we have to go ahead and tap that out because we'll have two turbo drains, seeing that we have two turbos now. Okay, my friends, we are finally, after quite a bit more time than anticipated, we are finally ready to bolt the manifold and our Fleece HE351 Cheetah turbo on the manifold. Went ahead and got our Steed Speed. I guess let's start out with the Steed Speed. Again, these are all just kind of helpful tips here. Because our manifold is now flipped up, went ahead and drilled a new EGT probe hole on the, well, I guess the new top, which would technically be considered the bottom. Those are the factory provided holes. Went ahead and drilled that, much easier to do off the truck than after putting it on. Went ahead and got our spacer in here, which is what they use to move the turbo up, which kind of just completes the whole entire kit. So you need this spacer. Now, one thing I will say, and this is probably the biggest takeaway point of this little talk here, if you guys are going to run a flipped up manifold setup and you're going to either piece together your own kit or buy a kit, always double check this hardware that goes from your manifold to bolting this turbo on. I actually had to actually have some spare hardware is what it really is, but the bolts that were provided were just a little bit too short in my opinion, so we went ahead and grabbed some hardware. So it is quite a bit longer, especially if you're going to run, this almost looks like maybe a 1/2 inch, 3/4 inch spacer. It's not really a full inch, it actually looks kind of like half. But anyway, sometimes you need pretty long studs, and especially down here in this area with this turbo, you can see how much room we do or do not have. So went ahead and used this hardware with these nuts. Definitely gonna work a little bit nicer for this specific setup. Went ahead and reclocked our compressor section here with our wastegate on here. So everything, you know, while Fleece does not ever recommend you taking any of this apart, which I would highly not recommend you guys do, the one thing that we have not changed throughout this entire process, we've kind of taken the pins out of here so we can clock this a little bit different. We've messed with this backing plate. This is how you adjust the compressor housing on this. But what we've done is really just moved the feed and drain, not really anything to do with the rod. If you guys look down here, we have not actually touched the wastegate setting on this charger, which is what inherently makes these things not very happy, and possibly, if you end up having a problem, most of the time from what they have told me is guys playing around with this wastegate setting. So we have not played with that, messed with that as of yet. But anyway, I think we're ready to finally put this thing on and go ahead and start reassembling the whole entire kit. So this was a little bit of a pain, but we got through it. Everything is adjusted, everything is tightened up. So we'll go ahead and put this on the manifold now. We did go ahead and put our 2 block drains in there. They are looking good. So we're moving along. Good headway. As a matter of fact, we've actually got everything done. Kind of just went into get it done mode and just got everything knocked out, got everything done. All of the piping is on. My goodness, would you take a look at this beauty? Ooh, man, everything looks super, super good. Now, my OCD tendencies are going to take over a little bit. I'm not a massively huge fan. I think the guys over there, they kind of use a couple different sizes for feeds and drains, and we're gonna change them up because I just want to route the feeds and drains a little bit differently. But man, it looks so killer. Man, fitment for the most part was dead on. I do believe we have a little bit of a fitment issue down there on the downpipe with the NV5600 down there. I'm not sure if the adapter plate for an automatic is a little bit different, but it is a little bit of tight down there. We might have to tweak. There is 2 adjustment points. There's a V-band here, and then there's actually, if you guys can see it, there's a V-band. There's a V-band down back in there. So 2-piece downpipe, 2-piece pipe right here, which is nice for the adjustment. Also, we have a little bit of tight squeeze right here, but I do have a plan for that anyway. I'm not really super concerned about that, but for everything else, everything else is just so good. I can't even talk. But guys, I'm gonna throw the battery charger on the battery, and we are gonna fire this thing up and get this thing outside. I am tired of seeing it in this corner. We'll throw the other wheels on so it actually looks nice. Who knows? We'll grab Allie, maybe throw the tailgate and the bumper on. But man, I am so pumped to finally kind of have this thing back together. This just looks so good. Like, you pop the hood and you're like, oh, whoa, hey, baby. So I'm extremely excited. Huge thank you to the guys over at EVILFAB. If you guys are interested, you guys know we have an EVILFAB 2nd gen swap on the 08. We got EVILFAB compounds on the 2nd gen now. If you guys are in need of any type of air system for 5th gens on down to, I don't think they do anything for 1st gens. I mean, who does? But anyway, I know they do 94 to 02 for sure. S300, S400s, completely custom kits. You know, side-by-side compound kits, over, under, they pretty much do it all. So make sure you guys give them a follow on Instagram. Check them out. But man, huge thumbs up for this kit. This kit looks, it just, I want to powder coat it, but I don't want to powder coat it because the welds and the colors right here, like all I really almost want to do is just do the covers, like touch up the black a little bit. And man, it just kind of gives it a really cool raw look. Like maybe we'll try and polish this and then clear it. That way it stays this nice. But man, I just can't stop looking at it. Anyway, we're gonna try and clean this out so we can make it out the garage door here and keep progressing, see if we can't get a couple more things accomplished. So this thing must be really dead, and I believe in conjunction with my battery charger here, Mr. Charge It, I don't think is charging it very well. It says it's reading, unless this gauge is broken, it says it's reading like less than 10 amps, and I'm on the 40 amp setting, which is kind of weird. Normally it is pretty accurate, so I don't know if this thing is kicking the bucket. Went ahead and tried to push the truck forward, plug it right into the outlet. So I'm not really sure, but at 10 amps, I'm sure it's gonna take a little while. So I guess we're gonna play the waiting game, but we did get the front wheels and tires on. Might even grab Allie, try and put the bumper on. We did it. We did it. She is outside for the first time. I present to you the new and improved 0.2 6-speed, all in black. First time everything is together and driving with it being all completely black. We got the tailgate on. The bumper does need to be tweaked. If you guys remember, when we picked it up, it actually was hit a little bit in this corner. We reused the factory bumper and we replaced some of the bracketry behind it. And it looks like it still needs to be tweaked. So I think I can just grab a ratchet strap and kind of kind of just tweak it back. It's just touching up here and over here. It kind of, I mean, you guys know the second gens are kind of notorious for this, but we'll get that tweaked. But the bumper is on. It looks so mean. Oh man, I am in love. I am in love. Just wait till you guys see this thing washed up. It looks, oh God, I love it. 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 I can't wait to start driving this thing, although I feel like I am regretting my decision on taking the AC out of this truck. We might have to put that back, but guys, the 0.2 is coming back. Things are out of the shop. We are coming along, boys. We're getting there. We're knocking things out. EVILFAB compounds just looking dope. Oh man, it looks so good. Give this video a big thumbs up if you guys are pumped. Just do it. Just give the video a thumbs up. You know you can do it. It takes 2 seconds. You can do it. Man, oh man, looks so good. Of course, we got a lot of loose ends to button up as always, but always a huge step running and driving out of the shop. I do think that the compounds are a little close to the hood, but we'll give her a nice firm shut and it'll self clearance itself. But how about the 0.8 being the only thing in the lineup here without compounds? So who knows, maybe we'll have to do a 72 over 88 compound setup on it. Who knows? Anyway, 4th gen, 3rd gen, 2nd gen. My goodness. Looking good. All right, guys, that is pretty much going to wrap up this video. I gotta go do my second 75 hard outdoor workout. I'm gonna edit this video. We're just gonna keep pumping stuff out, boys. Appreciate you guys. Appreciate every single one of you guys. Hit the like button before you leave. Subscribe if you have not already. Lots of good things ahead. See you guys. Bye.